Hello everyone. In the previous session of Spoken English, I had discussed some tips with you on how you can make your spoken better, how you can practice for it. Now in the today's session, I am going to give you some tips as to how you can give your introduction in a better way. In schools, when we learn essay writing, the first essay which our teachers give us is on myself. So we have an idea how we have to describe ourselves. But it is not the same when you are appearing for your interviews or for your group discussions, or if you are talking to someone, for an admission in a college maybe. There you have to give your introduction, so the level has to be higher as to what you have done in your school. So today I will give you some tips how you can give your introduction. Alright, now let us start with it. Now see, in the previous session also I had told you that your body language, your eye contact, your smile, your mood matters a lot. It gives a very good impression on the listeners. You should always start with a smile and you should always greet the person who is listening to you. For whatever it may be morning, so you can say good morning sir or ma'am, good evening, good afternoon, how are you? Today I stand before you to introduce myself. In a very simple and a casual way you have to give your introduction. You don't have to be nervous, just be confident and tell about yourself because you know the most about yourself. Okay, obviously you will tell your name first. My name is so and so, or I am so and so. Now I have usually seen students using the word myself. Please do not begin your introduction with myself because it is grammatically wrong. See, myself is a reflexive as well as an empathetic pronoun. So we cannot begin our introduction with it. You either have to say I am or my name is. I am so and so or my name is. Then you have to tell your location, means the place you belong to. You don't have to stretch it a lot. You can simply say I am so and so from New Delhi. Or if you want to add a line to it, you can say I belong to. You can use the phrase belong to, but please remember after belong, to preposition comes. Some students might say that I belong from, then it is wrong. It is always I belong to or I am from. If you want to use from, then you can say I am from New Delhi or I belong to New Delhi. Please remember this. Next is educational details. You have to tell your educational qualification, whatever you are doing or whatever you have done. Let's say you can say I have completed my graduation and now I am pursuing. Please use this word pursue. That is why I have mentioned here P-U-R-S-U-E. It means something which is going on, something which you are following or continuing. I am pursuing my graduation from so and so college or university. I have completed my 12th and now I am preparing for my CAT exam. Whatever you are doing, you can simply just mention it, what you just completed and what you are pursuing or what you are doing. Okay. Next comes your family details. Now say family details not very important, but you can just add a line and that's it. You don't need to emphasize on it a lot. Like you can say we are a family of 4. Now, if you are mentioning that, you are included in it. In those 4 people, you are also included. Sometimes students get confused. They don't add themselves to it. If you are saying 4, it is whatever, your parents, you or your brother or sister. So, you can say, you can tell about your father. My father is a businessman or my father is a doctor, an engineer, whatever your father does. Now, mother. If your mother is working, you can mention it. If she is not working, mostly students say that my mother is a housewife. Housewife is not a very good word to be used in a formal environment. So, instead of that, you can use the word homemaker. You can say my mother is a homemaker. Now, for your real brother or sister, you can use the word sibling. If you have one brother or sister, you can say I have a sibling. If you have more than one, you can say I have 2 siblings or 3 siblings. Sibling means a real brother or sister. Instead of saying I have a brother, I have a sister, which you can mention, it is not going to be wrong, but it's better if you use the word sibling. Then comes your achievements. Whatever you have achieved since you are just doing your 12th or maybe you are just in your college, so you maybe have not achieved a lot in your life, but you can still tell whatever you have done even little bit, that is also good. You just need to be true to the listener, whoever is taking your interview, whoever you are talking to. If you have achieved something at the national or state level in any category, maybe sports, arts, dance, painting, whatever, you can mention that. Even if not, so there's no problem, there's nothing to hide, and you don't have to lie. You just have to give the correct information to the listener. You can simply say, I have not achieved anything at national or state level, but in my school or in my school days, I have participated in lots of activities like painting, dance, or in sports. I was good at sports. I have played badminton or table tennis at school level. So you can simply mention that. Now the next is your strengths. Now strengths होती हैं आपकी positive points, आपकी ताकत, something you are good at, जो आपकी qualities हैं. So obviously you tell them to people that I have leadership quality, or I am a self-motivated person, I am a dedicated person, I am hard worker, I am an optimist, I am an extrovert. There are lots of qualities which are general, so you can just share them. Even if you are not an extrovert, you can say I am an introvert, I don't like to socialize much, or I don't make many friends, but I have still a limited friends who are always there for me. Okay, now remember one thing, whatever strengths you are telling, please do not lie, because if you're giving an interview and suppose if you say I have leadership quality or I have convincing skills, the examiner might catch you there and he might ask you that can you give an example where you have used your leadership skills, and see there, if you are just faking it out, if you're just lying, you get stuck. I mean, if you have and if you have shown your leadership skills somewhere, even in school, in a class, being a monitor also, you can share it with the interviewer. But suppose you have not achieved anything of that sort in your life, so please don't even tell that, because you don't have to lie to the listener. Okay, next comes your hobbies. Now hobbies, what are hobbies? Hobbies is something you like to do in your free time. Apart from studies, something you have interest in or is your passion, you like to do that activity, basically that is a hobby. So you can tell your hobbies, like my hobby is dancing, painting, listening to music, but please don't say that I love sleeping, I like eating. Some students do say that. These are silly answers which are not always appreciated by the interviewer. So tell hobbies something which you are serious about and which actually makes sense. Now next is your goal in life. गोल होता है लाइफ में आप क्या पाना चाहते हैं, क्या करना चाहते हैं. जस्ट टेल इट अगेन in a very simple way. Do not say I want to go to space, I want to touch the stars, because that is something practically which is not possible. और हम बहुत practical बात कर रहे हैं अपने listener से इस time पे. So you just tell whatever is your exactly you think you can achieve in life, which is possibly which can be achieved. So that is what is called goal in life. You can just say that I want to achieve a good position in any MNC or a good organization. That's it. Even this answer is fine. You don't need to say that I want to do this, I want to see myself as a CEO of so and so company after so many years. You don't need to give answers like these. Then your views and thoughts. You can also share your views and thoughts with the listener. Anything you want to change in the society, or suppose if goal in life you say I want to be a teacher, I want to be a professor, I want to be a social worker. So then in your views and thoughts you can say I want to change the educational system, I want to change the political system of the country, I want to do something for the child labor, for the poor people, to eradicate poverty, to boost up the skills of the people, boost up the skills of the talented people who are there in our country. So you can share your views and thoughts, but they should be related to your goal in life. Basically that would be more sensible. Remember one thing, whenever you're giving your introduction, like after telling all these points which I have mentioned, so you should not just end your introduction abruptly, like okay thank you बोल के आपको एकदम move out नहीं करना है. एक positive, एक happy, एक अच्छे नोट पे आपको एंड करना है, सो दैट इवन द लिसनर यू नो स्माइल्स व्हेन यू लीव अ स्माइल ऑन द फेस ऑफ द इंटरव्यूअर और द लिसनर. तो आपकी एंडिंग भी ऐसी होनी चाहिए. लाइक इफ यू राइट अ कॉम्पोजिशन, वी गिव द कंक्लूजन. विदाउट कंक्लूजन द कॉम्पोजिशन इज इनकम्प्लीट. Similarly, when you are telling your introduction without a line or two on a positive note, it sounds as an abrupt ending. So you can simply in the end you can also tell your weakness, something you would like to change about yourself. क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें अपनी वीकनेस नहीं बतानी चाहिए. हम अगर अपनी वीकनेस बताएंगे जिसको हम रियलाइज़ करते हैं और हम चेंज करना चाहते हैं, तो उसके भी हमें पॉइंट्स मिलते हैं. द इंटरव्यूअर कंसिडर्स दैट कि दिस पर्सन नोज हिज वीकनेस एंड ही रियलाइजेज इट, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली नोबडी इज़ परफेक्ट. So you can end it on on a note like I do have a few weaknesses also, और अपनी weakness mention कर सकते हैं. I'm trying to work on that. कई बार weakness को आप strength की तरह भी बता सकते हो. And then you can say thank you, it was nice meeting you, or it was nice talking to you. You can use greetings like such and then move out. Students who are working on the introduction part can just summarize and sum up the points which I have told you today, and then just write them from point 1 till the last point which I have told you, and then just practice speaking it out, because this is the basic again which should be very clear. Because if you go for an interview or anywhere, because introduction is, you can say, stage 1, which will lead you to further stage in your examination process. That's it for now. Thank you.
Thanks for watching the video. If you found this video helpful, press the like button, subscribe to our channel and ring that bell icon so that you can get notified every time we upload a new lesson.